Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Just so you all know, because I'm sure you're dying to know, but Iowa State just won 16-13. So my team won. Yay, yay. Now life can go on for the rest of the day. I'm just going to finish up this project I'm working on, and then we'll get down to business. I got to move my iPad over here because I can't see. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Janice. Hey, Carol. Hi, Terry. Are you working on anything exciting? Okay, I don't want to hear myself. Let's just try to turn that down. I know Carol was out running errands. She was driving fast and taking chances to get back in time to watch this, huh? Well, I just cut that super crooked. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing right now. Because I said we had some sticky business to talk about, and I got a whole lot of things to show you and some happy mail from Carol at Crinkle Path to Open. Hi, Hope. So I got home and I realized, well, I had two haul videos that I did not do before I left, coupled with the things that I had purchased. Now my whole nice, clean, organized craft room is full of piles. Hey, Carrie. How come I can't? Oh, there she is. Hi, Susie. So I was like, well, I could do this. I could do these in like several iterations, which then they wouldn't even air for another month because I've been a good girl in doing my scheduling. So I was like, nah, I'm just going to go through as much of this as I can. We'll do it together. Have a little craft, a little chat. But one of the things I bought, I thought he said he brought it down here. Oh, he did. It's in the other room. Don't be laughing. I bought another typewriter. But hear me out. Okay. It's an electric typewriter. And I was really excited about it because the font is different. Like I love the typewriter font, but this one, it was different. So I played on it while I was watching football. Mostly I was playing on it and just looking at football a little bit. I know you can't see these, but I am going to do these. Hey, Tracy, I'm going to attempt to make these little sayings and quotes. Like it says, dance in the daisies, twirl in the gingham. God bless the plow and the prayer. A gingham bow makes everything better. Love is a thread in every homestead. Anyway, they're like prairie girl-esque. And there's some quotes from Little House on the Prairie. Courage is fear that has said its prayers, Pa Ingalls. It's the simple things that make life sweet, Ma Ingalls. And Laura said, home is the nicest word there is. So I started practicing my typing skills on my typewriter, which I was like, whew, I need a brush up. And printed all these out, and now I'm just putting the last of them onto my paper. Yeah, you know what? Carol, I maybe shared this before, but all of the little kids in the neighborhood, when they'd come over and hang out, and I had a antique typewriter that I had on display, and it actually worked. And those kids would play with that for hours. Give them a few pieces of paper and that typewriter, and they were happy. It was really kind of sweet to see, but there's just something. I did see a gosh, where was that? Probably TikTok shop or some stupid thing. But if I could have a typewriter that did like I could just change all the fonts. Like I had an electric typewriter. It was fancy for the times. It was real thin. I don't even remember what it was when I went to college. And it would do a couple of fonts. But if I could just have a typewriter that did all that, I would be a very happy camper. The thing that I saw in the TikTok shop was like a I hope that's not Zenny. Is she down here? We've got all the windows open because it's beautiful out, actually kind of cold. And so I can hear everybody. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Debbie DePaul. What you up to today, Debbie? Um, but it looked like a typewriter, and it hooked to your, and you sat your iPad on it, so you could like pretend like you were typing. I don't know. It seems like kind of a goofy thing, but I'm sure you can't change fonts. But if anybody knows if there's one out there, I want to know. All right, I'm going to just cut these up. I'm not going to glue all these down, although, well, maybe I will, because one of the things I want to talk to you about is my revelation. And you know, when you learn something new, you need to share it with everybody. So, as a little background, a couple of times a year, I should be spell checking these when I'm looking at them. Twice a year, generally, I stock up on my glue. So I order my Fabri-Tac, I order High Sandy. Does anybody else do that? I order my our glitter glue, and then I restock on my glue sticks. Well, the one thing I will tell you is by doing that, you save a ton of money because I buy in bulk. So for example, they had 4 packs of, how many ounces is this? I just refilled this one. This one's not 8 ounces, maybe? Yeah, 8 ounces. Now, this is the one I got on sale for $4.99 at Hobby Lobby, but I bought 4 more, and they each ended up being $9.13 a piece, which was the best price I could have, or I've ever found it, other than this $4.99 when they quit selling it. But one thing, by the way, about this Fabri-Tac, or this is Fabri-Fix, but you can find this still at some Hobby Lobbies in the sewing department, not with all the glue, just so you know. So anyway, I ordered that. I was very, very happy with it. See, I thought I had an echo too. Okay, let me move this away. Okay, let me try it now and see if it sounds better. Now, I can't see the comments very much, but does that sound better, Carol? I hope. Denise said she buys her fabric case directly from Beacon. Yeah. You know, that's a great question. Let me see. It's the fast, easy way to repair and create with fabric, and is perfect for mending hems and seams, decorating pillows, upholstery, lampshades. Somebody else can answer this if they know. Lampshades, drapes, and more. Now let me get my thing of Fabri-Tac and see what it says. I don't really think that there's much different. Oh gosh. Come to mama. Okay, let's see what this one says. That's directions. This one says fabric, bonds fabric, lace, glass, leather, woods, and trims, and more. It's the very same thing. It says all of the same things. I'm trying to say. Michael's was selling Fabri-Tac for 21 bucks. So, Joanne, to answer your question, nothing. Thanks for asking that, because I guess I kind of wondered that as well, but I was like, well, it works, you know? So, any hoosies, I went on Amazon. I have the link. I did put the link in my Amazon store so you can get that $9 and $13 deal. But there's more. I'm telling you, I was sticking situations. So you guys probably remember that. My favorite all-time glue was something called Scotch Create. They don't make it anymore. But I thought, maybe I can find uh, somebody who has it on eBay. So I go on eBay. I think it was a 1.4 ounce glue stick was $7. 6.72, I think, is what they were asking for it on eBay. I was like, well, I don't like that glue that much. But I know that Scotch makes, and actually, this is what I buy at just at Hobby Lobby, and I don't remember how much this is. Um, it's just a Scotch craft stick, and it works really well. But the one that is most like Scotch Create is this, and it's just the permanent glue stick. And they used to have, well, maybe they still do, I don't know, but like a PVA Scotch permanent that looks, the bottle used to look like this. They've changed so much of their branding and their stuff that I don't really know what to tell you about those other glues, but I can tell you about this, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to lay this here. And this is also, there's a link, I think, for this too. So while I was perusing eBay, somebody had an entire case, 24 glue sticks. This is the big one, the 1.4 ounce, 40 grams for $50. Now you might say, ooh, that's a lot. Well, my math and doesn't usually math very well. I can justify anything when I'm like, ooh, $50. That's expensive. How can I make that math work? But when I figured it out, because it ends up being 89 cents an ounce. And no, $2 each. So this glue stick is $2 each. And that is a screaming great deal. So search eBay, look at this, but this is still inexpensive. I mean, maybe some of you, I did not look up how much, did I? I was looking, I put a couple notes on here so I could reference it, but no, I didn't. So I don't know how much it normally is, or if you can buy it like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But this is the stuff. It's like butter. So I'm so glad to have it back. It makes me very happy. And then finally, this is my revelation that's going to save you millions. The one thing I didn't buy because I was like, ugh, I don't really need it at the moment is my art glitter glue. And maybe I've tried Barely Arts once. And I think I bought one bottle of it. It was fine. And it is a little bit cheaper, but I thought I'm just going to hold off. Well, when I was at the camper, when I was at the lake, I also bought one of these. And I had some little tiny bottles of this Aleene's glue, and it had they were tiny, tiny little bottles. And I called it my crappy tacky because I hated it. But they all did different things. And the reason I really didn't like it is because the bottles were so little and you knew you were getting ripped off because you could not get all the glue out of it. So, I ran to, I think Hobby Lobby, and I picked this up in Clear Lake and I left that bottle there. And I really liked it. I did a little comparison. I bought this and I bought this Craft Bond. And I was really digging this. So I thought, well, I don't have anything comparable besides this Elmer's that was not good and that old crappy tacky that I had. So I decided to, I'm reading, to go buy another bottle of it while I was camping. And I thought, well, this is going to be, the proof is in the pudding, right? Because I'm going to use it for all of these. So I did. And I am telling you, I've done all the comparisons. I tried it on everything. I looked it up. I was like, okay, I need to know this because you guys will ask me. Forget the art glitter glue. Buy this. Now, what I would tell you is put it in something else. So this is like what I keep my art glitter glue in. It will work better in this because this bottle, the tiny bottles especially, really don't do it justice. But If anybody else already uses this, tell us your stories because I'm telling you, it was fantastic. And a couple things to think about. Our glitter glue is between $8 and $14 for like I don't know. I think I found it someplace for six. Maybe Amazon had it for like $16 a bottle. It was the big bottle, a big bottle. Um, this was only $3.57 for 4 ounces, and it is acid free and photo safe. This, I looked it up. It is not. A lot of Craft Bond or Elmer's types of glues are. This one is not. So if you're putting pictures down, you don't want to use this. So this I'll just use for random things, and I probably will put it in my travel bag and take it along with me. But I'm reformed. I'm buying this, and I'm saving myself a whole lot of money. So I was like, well, I got to tell my friends this because this is important information. So that's my glue, my sticky situation I was in, and I've just saved myself so much money. So I was really happy that I didn't buy that our glitter glue in. See, look at that, how smooth that was. Did you see that? It's lovely. And now I'm going to probably buy the Aleene's in bulk, so I have it. I have not yet searched that, but I will. So if anybody finds it. But geez, for 327 or 357, and that was at Walmart. So there's my, I'm just going to finish putting these two things on the page, and then we're going to hop to the goodness because I got a lot of it. Sandy, I'm going to try to attempt to turn this into a digital for the Prairie Girls Gather collab in October, and I'm going to do it as a freebie. But as I'm sticking this all down here on a 12 by 12 piece of paper, I'm like, that probably wasn't the smartest idea. I can figure it out. But I still have a bunch more. When I started typing with that new handy dandy typewriter, by the way, it was only $24. It was originally $50. The green stickers were 50% off. And according to their little promotion on their stickers, it said on eBay for $110. I was like, I don't care. Just it has a different font and it's cool. But see how I did that? Like, I just returned once. And I was like, well, that's not enough space. So I got to go. All of those little quotes I need to rewrite. All right. We're done with that for the meantime. I filled you in on all of my glue shenanigans. And we can set this aside. All right. Let me move this over. And do I sound better? I mean, not me personally, but does the echo sound better? I'm reading the comments. Debbie, I need to do that too. She said she uses a tape runner for pictures, but I need to I have a bunch of tape runners and I just need to get them out. And there's so many good reasons to use that. I have some of that red tape, but that gives me, I'm like, that's too much work. Hi, Maddie. I know. And Carol, do you think I could find that my gingham in that digital when I was looking for it? I was like, well, I guess I'm getting a piece of scrapbook paper out. But I do promise that will be a freebie. So if you guys are all going to play along, you can grab that in my Ko-fi. I would put it on the Maker's Market. If you don't know, I do have some digitals up there, but I think maybe it does have a free option now, but it did not have a free option. So, oh, great. It's a long ways away, so I have to kind of squint to see, but I think it's better. I need to wipe some of this glue off my hands. Well, if you went to last Tuesday's live sale or Wednesday's pattern sale, which I'm bringing back. Anything that was left from the patterns are coming back next Tuesday. It's the last chance. You may remember me saying the thrifting was not that good up there. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, there are plenty of stores. It just, the offerings weren't that much. So this little pile that I have here and some of the books that I'm going to show you on this little pile is everything that I kept. I did buy a few things that I'm bringing to the live sale, but I also bought some books online. What did I buy from this lady? I don't know. But when I was opening it up, can you see that? I was like, did that just say Sesame Street? I had to keep it. For my Sesame Street journals. Okay, that's pathetic. I know it's one of those little poppy bags, but I was like, I'm keeping it. So, okay, I did think these were fun. I thought these would be fun for school days journals or for the Sesame Street journals, which I need to probably stop grabbing things for those. Aw. Yes, and Carol, type in the comments. Are you still doing that? And then I believe Tamara is also donating, I think, a journal, right, Carol? And we're gonna do that on one of the lives as a auction, I think. But I thought those were pretty cute. Now you need to type more addresses. What? So I'm feeling dangles are going to be in my future on those. So I got those. And then, you know, I never leave these behind. And these were, I thought, really inexpensive. But these are Christmas bias tapes. Awesome. Yeah. So this week, we're auctioning off Tammy's journal. And then on the 16th, I just got confirmation from Jonna. She is going to be co-selling with Sandy and Carol and I. You sold them all out? Oh, awesome. I didn't get to watch that video. But this is like all of the little trims that I got. But they were pretty inexpensive. I mean, 75 cents. I thought these were kind of fun. So I got those. I got these because I thought that they were kind of fun for a little groovy. But this was from a thrift store. And then I did find, now these were $2, which is, this one's opened, but these two are not. But I thought these were really cute. Little dancing girl journal, you know, for like 80s journals. But this one hasn't been opened. I don't think this one has either. Yeah. So now to get those off, and I thought this would be good for like the slumber party journal I want to do. So I picked those up. Yes, the fundraiser is still on for both the special ed teacher fund and helping rehoming the little family of 3. Awesome. Yeah, the bias tapes, those were a little bit different. I mean, that was kind of a win, but I'm telling you. And then I found, did I get these? These might have been, I think I got these on, now I don't think this one's old, but this one is. I may have got these when we went up to, this is really old. We went to Clear Lake. We went to help my mom and dad move up. My parents bought a new refrigerator for Mo's house. And so we went to help with that. And they had an antique market downtown at the band shell. And so I picked up these 2 pieces. I just thought they'd be great for journal covers. Or I could actually use this in the Belle Rose because it's a tea towel. And like I said, I don't think this one's old. So I might just put that up there. And see, here's the problem. I'm going to take this stuff that's all vintage and old, and I'm going to be like, I don't want other people to be using it. I want them just to look at it. And what if they start using it? So this was the other one. This is like a, well, it is a tea towel, but I think it also could be a like a dress or scarf or a, if you wanted. It's not as cute, but I picked those two up. And then this, I don't know. I need your advice because I don't leave anything that says Dick and Jane behind. You're going to bring more things for the fundraiser. Okay, awesome. But this is new, obviously. But it's a board book. So it's just a few pages. But then this little tray slides out. And these are all magnetic little pieces. So I was thinking, well, they would make cute little dangle pieces. There's a little duck, the umbrella. And these would make great, if I took them apart, well, they're really not as heavy. I was going to say as writing boards. And then I thought, well, I could probably finagle some way to turn this into an actual journal and leave this somehow in here. I don't know. What would you guys do? I just couldn't leave it behind. Oh. So here's what it looks like on the front. I feel like I could take this apart carefully and put pages in between. Yes, use them for dangles, Terry said. Awesome. Man, look how cute that is. It's kind of one of those that I also think, oh, well, I should probably keep this for future grandchildren. But if I keep doing that on everything that I see, God only knows when my children are going to have kids. They're not at that stage of life right now. So, and then this one, I just thought it was cute. It's called The Style All Her Own. I thought it'd be fun for like the fashion journals, or I haven't read it yet, but it's pretty stinking cute. 2005. I've been using Aleene's for a while now. You put yours in the sugar bell bottle too, Hope says. That's awesome. Well, see, that was the other thing. And so far, like I said, now, right now, truth be told, this has about half and half in it. But I haven't had any problem with this sticking, like the top getting stopped up or anything like that yet. So did you find the same thing? Hope it was all good. Carol says dangles on a ribbon so you could. You're behind the little icon here. I can't. Could still magnetize them. Oh, that would be cute. Yeah. So I don't have. Well, maybe I have a few things that I'm going to be bringing to the sales, but I'd already moved those all out to the. I've been very productive, friends, since I've been back, and I have pretty much everything at least chosen for the next two sales. And you guys can weigh in the comments what you think I should work on, because I will bring them to the live sales. But if I can do both, I will. But my thought is I'm either going to dye paper, because I finally found my dot matrix paper box of that, or I'm going to cut all of my vintage fabric and all of that fabric that I bought last year at that fabric distributor lady's house. I kind of got to commit to one or the other, though, for tomorrow, because we got a date tomorrow at 12. So if you don't already know and you haven't set your notifications, tomorrow at noon, Tracy, who is Nanner Banana, and Carrie the Paper Monkey and I are going to be we're going to show you several ways to create playing card or just cards in general. I know Carrie's using postcards. I'm using playing cards. I have two different ways to bind them, and I believe Tracy is too, but she's on here. She can clarify. So we're all going to show you something different, and guess what? We're going to give away some stuff. I'm going to give away your choice of the journals that I have. I think Carrie's going to give away. She's doing a Golden Girls postcard journal. And I think Tracy might be putting a kit together so that you can make your own. Don't quote me on all of those things, but each one of us is going to be giving stuff away. So you'll definitely want to tune in. Plus, it's going to be fun. So that pretty much was all she wrote for what I kept, with the exception of a few books. And some of these books came from I think maybe Clear Lake as well. But this was from a place, if you are in the area, it's called Trinkets and Togs. Now, I've only been to one, and it was in a town called Grundy Center, which is a little bedroom community outside of Cedar Falls and Waterloo. But there are two more locations, one in Cedar Falls and one in Waverly. So I haven't been to those. Maybe, maybe the pickings will be better when I go back. But the Goodwill's not so much. Let's see, where did I get this? I don't know. Oh, this I got at a Stuff Etc. Which if you guys might have them in your area, that's like a consignment store. Carrie said she's working on the Golden Girls postcard journal that's more like a notebook right now. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I probably should grab out some postcard size things. I got my cinch right here. Because I'm ready to go. I'll make right along with you girls. I'll do it. Well, that's what I intend to do. I don't know. I probably need to be able to focus a little bit. So maybe I better not speak too soon. This I thought was really cute. And this might even be, for some of you, might be a Bolo book. It certainly is for me. It's an ABC book of What Art Can Be by Mare MacArthur. Pictures by Esther Pearl Watson. And this is from the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles. But I'm going to flip through all of this because I just think it's too cute. Cotty. Oh, I thought she was here. She just got a cinch machine for her birthday. She did say she was going to be at the beach. Let's go to the beach. Good for her. I hope she's enjoying it. C is for computer. If there's one in your house, it can help you make art with the click of a mouse. So all these drawings, I'm curious because let's just look here. It says the drawings are by Esther Pearl Watson, but it almost makes me feel like, they're childlike, like a kid did. Isn't this neat, Carrie? It is. Yes, the Getty Museum is amazing. One of the nice things about Los Angeles, it's called, here, let me show you the front of it, Carrie. An ABC of What Art Can Be. And it's landscape, and it is about 11 and maybe an eighth, or not quite a quarter. And it's only 5.5 inches wide. Very cool. Tracy's getting set up for tomorrow. I'm still gonna flip through this whole thing. Hey man, when you get busy, you get busy. I commented on your Tracy, on your video of you going to Dollar Tree with Luke, and I thought it was hilarious because he was just like, "Come on, Mom, it's Halloween. What are you gonna do? Dress me up?" Oh, he's so cute. This is probably my favorite page. I'm gonna not even read it out loud. I'm just gonna put it up here. and see, hopefully you can read it. Is that he's the best shopper. That's what I do with Zenny too. Y'all see this page? This is worth Bolo booking it right here. J is for junk, which we think is trash. It's used to make art without costing much cash. And they rhymed. It's just a really cool book. I'm calling it a bolo. I do have a stack of bolos, thanks to my friend Stacy at Junkie Cat Junction. I told her she was my enabler. Some are actually for the Belrose, but some are not. Z is for zillions of ways to make art. Pick a pencil, a color, a fabric, and start. I really like this. And then these are things you can make. Yeah, bolo book right here. Be on the lookout, or go to Thrift Books and see if you can find it. All right. This was at Stuff Etc. Yeah, this was in Waterloo too. And I actually bought both of these, but I already took this one apart. But I think these covers would make really great either art journals or glue books. But I just like how simple the covers are. And this one is the ask questions to children. Questions children ask. And this one is from 1980. But it really has cool, like, look at that. How cute are, why should I say please and thank you? And I've had this in different iterations before and ages, and it's just one of my favorites. You need this book or that ABC book. Hi, Jane. How are you today? Or what are you up to? Does anybody else watch college football? I love college football, but I especially love it. So, if you've been around for a long time, every year it's the rival between Iowa and Iowa State, and there's a big trophy, and it's escaping me what the name of it is at the moment. Something Iowa-ish. That is the coveted trophy to have which of those two Iowa teams that win. And the last 2 years, Iowa State, which is where Landon goes to school, and where Demi will finish her BSN, has always been our team, right? And if you remember, Carol LRB, Lily Rose Blue, she was a huge Iowa fan. Her whole family is. So it was the joke that we had that rivalry. And for a long time, Iowa they were beating us left and right, but they pulled it through the last 2 years. They got a great coach and some great people on the team. So yeah. Don't ask, friends. Yes, I got more. Yeah, and you know what, Maddie, I love watching college football, but there's nothing better than a nice fall day with a big pot of soup or chili or whatever. And it was cold today. Like, I think the high was 60. So, well, for me, that feels awfully cold compared to how it's been. And I was ready for it, but I didn't think ahead enough because I was busy making my little journals for tomorrow. But you just got the Molly book. Isn't she cute? Denise, I think I have 2 of these. And I did buy this with you in mind. And by the way, your Grinch is hard to find. I have yet to find anything that was adequate for you. I'm still on the lookout for you, but I do think I have 2 of these. And I found them like very close to each other, like in the matter of weeks. And I was like, I've never had this one. And now I think I have 2, but I was like, that's cool. Denise will like it. Yeah, I thought this one was cute. This one's from 1980. And a while ago, I went through because ooh, I should be worried, because I keep buying these Sesame Street things and I do not need them. But I just can't help myself. And oh, I do need to show you something. I'll see if I can get it on the screen. And so I went through all of my books that I had, and I believe I only had two that were duplicates, and it was by choice. One was the book about oatmeal and cooking because I want to do some cooking and cooking Sesame Street journals. I was stunned. I thought for sure I had to have a plenty, and I did sell or gift all the ones that I had extra. But I didn't have this one either, and this is the Sesame Street dictionary, but I don't have this particular one. I think I have one other dictionary, but this one is this is newer. It was originally from the 80s, and this one's 2004. Did I tell you guys that have any of you went back and watched the original Sesame Street series? It started in 1969, so either before I was born or when I was just an infant. But I went back and watched, and you can watch them on YouTube. It's very good inspiration for, doing Sesame Street journals. And you got that one too? You go, girl. I think you're going to have some Sesame Street journals in your future. I'm just flipping through a few pages. Anywhoosies, if you go, you can see that Oscar the Grouch was orange. He was not green. Now, it could have been the Technicolor. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, he's orange. And I have been to the Museum of American History at the Smithsonian, and he was green when I saw him there. I do not remember him being orange. I did rack my head to think, okay, was he? And I just forgot it. But I know. This one I have never seen before either. It's called The Whole Wide World, a question and answer book. And there's Telly, and this is from 1990, originally 1983. And it's got things like how do people live around the world? Bats and cats, big birds, bird questions. But there's some really cool stuff in here. And the pages are really heavy. So this one doesn't have a ton of Sesame Street characters in it, but it is super cute. Like, look at the hippo and the baby hippo. And then it's how do parents carry their babies. And so you've got the little monster family all up there, and then it tells the story, but true or false? How do people live around the world? So I thought this one was really different. This may be one that I just keep because it's in perfect condition, and I think it would be cute. It would have been, it was $5, $4.49, and it was from June, so it must have been this would have been 80% off because they do 50% for 31 days out and then 80% for 60 days out, or 60 or more. I usually don't buy a lot at the consignment store because it is typically quite a bit more, especially when you get books in really good shape. But Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Sesame Street Electric Company, and Zoom. Loved them all. Me too. I did too. I have a little book. It's like a little Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's just like all the great things that he's ever said, little quotes. It's really a cool book. This one is from 1985. I love these in the back too. I wish I could get those off of there and use them for something. But I liked these because I thought they'd make great journal cards. Nice size. Oh, let me show you some. I thought maybe I haven't shown you. Let me show this last book on this pile, and then I'll go get what I was going to show you. This is I Love Strawberries for my future strawberry journal that I still have not done. But isn't that cute? The dust jacket and the cover are the same. And look at inside. I love that. It's just cute. It's modern. I mean, I don't know when it's from. It's 2022, so. Super, super fun. Yeah, and I'm looking around. Let me just look. That is pretty much everything that I got for the two weeks that I was, and I went to thrift stores 2 times. So I just learned that a famous jazz player came out of retirement and played with the Mr. Rogers theme song different for every episode, and all the music was live on set. Wow. Holy cow. Okay, let me show you this. Hang on, I gotta find a spot for these. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay, this I bought. It is a thrift store, but I would call it like a boutique thrift store because this is where I got those Dick and Jane books that I said I was going to sell. I can't find them. This is I paid $15 for it, which I thought was a great deal. This little Y was off of here. The little 5 is off here. His little mouth needs to be taped down, but it's the plastic bin or bookends. It's all one piece, and the whole series of these from the 80s. So I was excited about that. So those are just going to stay in my collection, but let me put them down. Now you guys are sitting on, you want to see fabrics? I'll show you what I got at the antique market. Angela, which toy from McDonald's Happy Meal were you hoping to find? Oh, okay. So now help me out, ladies, if you're here. I don't know if John is here. So somewhere in here, I ended up getting 3 Hamburglers. So, I mean, ideally I would like one of each. And I think I have Birdie coming. And the Fry Guys, yes, I don't have that one. And I don't have Mayor McCheese. Yes, I still want Mayor. See, I knew Carol would know. But if anybody has one they would like to trade and they don't have a Hamburglar, I have a lot of burgling of ham going on here. You did, Maddie? Yeah, they are a hot commodity. I know. But you know what? I usually don't fall into, I am not like, I don't go out like if everybody's buying, like, what are those Labubu things? Or, that's just not me. This is not something I do. But when I saw, well, let me just show you if you don't know what's in them. But when I saw these and they have all of the paper and all of the ephemera, and I have a McDonald's journal in my future, I was like, I've got to have these. Probably gained 5 pounds eating those damn quarter pounder with cheese that I don't even like, but live and learn. But speaking of that, I did find something. This was at the garage sale the day that I was done peopling, I said. Maddie says she has Birdie, Grimace, and Mayor McCheese. Oh, there's also Ronald. I think there's 6 of them. All I have is the Hamburglar at the moment. So, a funny story. I'll get these out while I just had a day. It was the estate sale stuff is coming, but I went to this estate sale and it was kind of a bust. And there were cranky people. This lady was yelling, thinking somebody was stealing her crap out of her bag. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally over you. And so it was a very short trip. And then I went to this house and started shopping away. And I was like, oh, I'm finding all kinds of fun things. Now I don't have they all came apart, but I got to put them back together, sort of. There we go. And I found a whole bunch of stuff to bring for you guys. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. I'm finally. And it was so nice and put together so well. I don't know what this one's supposed to go with. But anyway. There was nobody there. And I was like, why isn't anybody coming out? So long story short, I ring the ring doorbell, and this older gentleman answers, and he's like, oh, you come back on Saturday. We'll be open. This was Thursday. And I'm like, no, I have been shopping, and I'd really like to pay, I had pay you for this. Here's what I've got. I'll leave you $20, which was probably more than I needed to leave, but and the wife gets on and she's like, oh, what did you need to know? You wanted to talk about my flowers? And I'm like, oh my gosh, is it a full moon? I am losing my mind like this. But anyway, she's like, oh, honey, that is so sweet of you for being honest. And please come back on Saturday and just leave it underneath the mat. And it was just a day. But at the sale, I got these. Now, these I'm probably going to put on the Maker's Market or Etsy. Not Etsy, eBay. Yes, they're very collectible. I didn't know it when I bought them, but they are McDonald's toys from back in the day. I think there's a couple other ones that don't have, there's maybe something missing. I need to look them all up because I think I put those in a different spot, but I got those. But those are, I am going to sell all of them. Yes, they're all dressed for Halloween. I don't know. I should have looked it up. I did look it up actually. Oh gosh, I don't know. These are the nuggies. Let's say 82. Where's my... I thought I had a... It either says 82 or 92, I think. I looked it up, but I didn't remember. Yeah, so they're pretty cute. Now that was from the yard sale after I went to the estate sale. I did bag. So one of these bags is coming to the sale. I'm going to do bundles of these milk pogs. So I bought 2 of these. These were at the antique market. I have not seen. I saw that you had a Halloween journal video, and I have not yet got to see it. That's what these are from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, which is kind of funny because that was where Dave was not too long ago. I also have this new love for varsity letters. So I have a very small collection. I think I have three or 4 letters. But this was $4. And this is, I think, from Forest City, Iowa. But now I got an F. What am I going to do with them, you ask? I have no idea. But it's going to be fun, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe make some cool words. Yeah, I know. The lady was so nice. And so I bought, like I said, these are all the same. They all are that Guernsey milk, but I was like, and I thought there were a couple that I thought were really expensive booths, but it warranted what they had. It warranted being expensive. It wasn't really things I was looking for. These are coming to the live sale this week. These are contract scorecards for contract bridge, and they're old. I mean, I don't know, 50s, 40s. But I did pick up 2 of those from a nice gentleman. And this is also coming to the live. So I think this is really cool. This is kind of a special one. Isn't this neat? Yeah, I did think about that, Carol, but I kind of like them so much. I'm not sure I want to. I kind of want to. I'm thinking decor, for the birchwood maybe in that room with the tennis rackets and the old skis and the trophies. I don't know. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. But I thought this was a cute book, and I thought somebody would like it very much. I did get some crusty things. The best is yet to come. I'll show you in a second here. Okay, so I don't really have any Viewmaster reels. So I think I got a few at an estate sale a long while back, but not very many. This is like Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, New Hampshire. So they're all, and like I said, these are pretty crusty. But I don't mind crusty. Do you guys? That would be cool. Oh, doing something yeah, I think it might. These are like, my hands are getting dirty. I need to clean these off. Yuck. But anyway, I think I paid $2 for the whole bag. That's fine. And then this, I'm going to have to wipe my hands off. This I thought was really cool too. It's Leary's Ready Reckoner. And it is from, I don't honestly remember how much I paid for this. It didn't have a price in the front of it. But you know, does anybody else? I just feel like, I know Tracy can appreciate this because she actually does sell at like craft fairs and, you know, vendor events. And it is so much work. You know, sourcing things, packing it all up, bringing it all, setting it all up, tearing it all down. You know, it's just a lot. So I try as hard as I can to buy from as many vendors that have things of interest to me, you know. This is from 1885, but I loved the size of the pages. And it's like, this has wages in it. You guys, am I echoey? Because I can hear myself at the moment. So what I do think I'm probably going to do with this is I probably will just keep the book. But if you guys are interested, I think I'm going to take some of these pages out and just, you know, a bunch of pages and put them in little bundles. I don't know. Let me know. They're really cool. And they're very old. So those are the paper type of products. And then, okay, I can't touch this until I wipe my hands. Okay, good. I guess it's just me that's echoing. Okay, that's a little bit better. So one of the little shops had all of these vintage, I don't want that, just in case, hankies and tea towels and everything. And they're in like an old laundry type of basket, you know, that is on wheels. And these someone has made into napkins, but they're old feed sack. $2 a piece. I was like, oh my, I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom. And somebody finished them. Once again, they're supposed to be like a napkin. Now, am I going to let any of my guests that I don't know wipe their mugs on this? No, absolutely not. But I think they would be great to have, you know, as place settings. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but you know, when your heart starts to palpitate really hard when you see something at an estate sale or an auction, you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then finally, this has to be washed. But I'll just show you what I can. The gal had this. It's just the quilt top. We opened the entire thing up, and there are only, and I can't remember what this design is. I need to look it up or ask Mo. But it's all feed sack. There's a few things that I'm guessing are not, like this is not feed sack, but there's a lot of feed sack in this. And it could have been that somebody maybe had part of them put together. You know, that happened a lot where they'd find partially, the quilt squares partially put together, and then somebody would finish them. So that could very well be. But there's a lot of feed sack in this one. And so um it's huge. It's at least a queen size. I mean, I would say it would cover a queen size bed as it is right now. So I think I am gonna repair the few little because it's they're all like in the seams here. Uh, I have a really unless something's like falling apart quilt wise, I will try to save it. It just must be. I love them. My mom has a whole quilt collection. Obviously, my grandmother has made thousands of quilts. I paid $20. I did say, hey, could you do better? And she's like, I'm pretty firm on that. And I'm like, I can't believe I even asked because $20 is a steal. Um, but hey, you don't know if you don't ask, right? So that was what I got at the antique market, and that was a lot of fun. And the hot dogs are really good too. So a few of those things will be coming to all of you. Carrie, how you doing on your journal there? I'm just doing a check-in, to see. I feel like I have too many supplies out for tomorrow. That's kind of par for the course. I am bringing some of these to. This is just the ones. I don't even know what these are. If you guys know. Okay, they were in the bag just like this. And of course I bought them because they were gingham. And I'm gearing up for my, Prairie Girl journals. They feel like what would be a tablecloth and they have the kind of felt on the back, but they're like just squares of all sorts and sizes. Oh, she's moving on to playing cards. Oh, Liberty of London. Yummo. If anybody knows what they are for. But anyway, I am using, I'm using one of these tomorrow for one of the journals that I'm doing because I think it's nice and heavy. And I'm bringing the rest to the sale on Tuesday. Oops. Okay, I have a few more. How long have we been on here? Oh my goodness, a whole hour already. I got a few more linens I'll show you. These are from random, from the estate sale. And some are a little older. I had them upstairs. They needed to be laundered. But this one is a tablecloth. I think this one did it have stains on it? Yeah, it has a few stains on it. With zinnias, and I really like me some zinnias. Just faux leather used for kids. Oh. That's a good idea, Terry. You could cut them out with the big dies. That's a great idea. You know what I need to do, and I should do it on camera because it'll be definitely entertaining because my ability to die cut is terrible. I should see if Celeste will join me on a live and coach me through it. But I found 2 Cricut cartridges, the Sesame Street ones. I do too, Maddie. And they look so pretty. Like I have them all on display, kind of, folded in a little bin, and they just look pretty like that. So these, I think and then this one I thought would be good for the Poppy Journal. That also, the Poppy Journal has plenty of things that I could be making that one too, but maybe this winter. You can, Terry? Okay, you're gonna come on live. You don't have to have a camera on your face if you don't want to, but would you do that? Because I'm not good at it. I can emboss, that's easy enough, and plus I don't have a lot of patience. Like when you have to start weeding all that stuff, I'm like, oh no. She said, you can just talk like this and say, come on, you idiot. What are you doing, Angela? This was a baby quilt, and it's got some stains in this one. This one I wouldn't feel bad about. cutting up, and I think this one would make cute baby journals. And this one I will probably, when I get around to cutting up, but she's going to answer all the questions for me. Well, it might be a long list. You might, but I will send them to you. Or you can just come on here and then I will do it live and you'll be like, no, Angela, do it this way. You can just type it in the comments. That would be fair. Any help, I will take it. So I just thought that one was really cute. And I think this one came from that estate sale. Or not that estate sale, but not the nasty lady one, but. And then I got this. What is this? These are some of the ones that are older that you probably haven't seen. I think it's just the puppy. Yeah. The puppy in a teacup. Tracy, this looks like Zenny and Luke. Super cute. And then I got this one, which I thought was pretty cute too. And I love this. In fact, I use this, not this, but something like this on one of the journals that I'm doing for tomorrow. This one's in pretty good shape, isn't it? Yeah. But it's a tea towel. Oh no, it's got a big stain on the back. And I do OxyClean and spot treat them. I try to get them out, but you know, try as you might. I think that these are actually curtains. And they're Kate Spade. Didn't know that till just now. I guess it could be a wow. No, maybe it's a. Come on, Kate. Tell me what these are. I don't know. I'd have to open it all up, and I did because I washed it, and then I thought it was a tablecloth at first, but maybe it is a curtain. I don't know what kind of table I'm going to have at the Bella Rose. I have a round one that I think has leaves in it, and I have a square one as well. But if I don't use it there, like this one, I wouldn't feel bad using, and if they got it dirty, I wouldn't care. But otherwise, I'm going to cut it up and bring it to a sale. Y'all can have a little bit of that pretty flower. So that's all the linens I got. Now, what do I have here? Oh, I know. Okay, I'm going fast forward. Fast forward. I want you guys to look at this because I thought I would do a video yesterday. I thought I would do a video, and I was searching for some fall stuff based on me watching the runway shows of the fall fashion. So I was searching for things. Well, I ended up, I always go to the clothes at the end. And I found some really fun stuff in the other areas. So that's pretty much what I focused on. I did pick up this just because these are like kitty beads, but I liked these, and I was making, you'll see in a little bit, I was making some things. I didn't feel good one day. Dave started getting like a sinus infection or something. And then like 2 days later, I started getting a sore throat and I felt really lethargic. And so I sat putting these things together and doing not much else. So when I saw these in there, I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick these up because I'm probably not going to buy like this kind of stuff at Hobby Lobby or anything like that. But in there, I thought these are really cute. I'm frozen on my end. So there's little fish, giraffes, and the other little animals in addition to like these flowers and what do you call these? Why is my mind like going? Yeah, those big fat beads. So that was one thing. It just happened to be inside of this box. But this little container, which will be great, I think I paid $5.99 for this whole thing. And I bought it because I saw on the top, it said book cloth tape. You came back from, oh man, that stinks. Were you like real, like down and out, sick with it? or just kind of not feeling your best. That's terrible, Debbie. So I don't know how much book tape cloth. Oh, yes, I do know how much book tape cloth costs. $12.50 at some point in time. This is 4 inches wide and it's a 10-foot roll. And not only that, but there was two of them, pink and this green chartreuse color. So I have some book cloth tape that's really like much thinner, like maybe only this wide. And I've used it once. And this kind of made me think, I think this whole bin was, I don't remember, $4.99, $5.29. I can't remember. So I think I'm going to play with this and see if I can. It just seems really good. But then as I open this up, I was like, oh, what's all this about? So in here, let me just move that over. Okay. Somebody must have got a creative studio box. So there's just some random things. These will probably all go into one of my mystery bundles. This is time travel. So they're little papers. These are some numbers. I think these are number stickers, some stamps. So those were all in there. And then we should probably test these and see if they actually work. Let me get it. Gosh, do I have a piece of paper here? Turns out I do. Scratchy throat, cough, slight temp. Oh no. Oh, these work nice. I think they're Tombos. Yeah. So there's just a few. These are kind of wintry colors. Let's see. Dave is home. And he's on him. Oh, I said let's eat because he's busting out the. I got to read what Carrie said too. He's busting out the pizza oven that goes on the Blackstone that I bought him for his. Let's see, what did I buy that for? Father's Day, because his birthday is June 7th, and then Father's Day is right after that. So we got the Blackstone and then the pizza oven, and it's the same one that Jonna suggested, and we have not used it since we bought it, so he's busting it out today. This looks like an embossing pen. These I will probably bring all of these to the live sale because I do not need more markers. But these are nice. If you don't know, if you've never used Tombow markers, they're nice. Okay. Carrie said she just bought a book repair tape from Uncle Jeff. It's 2 inches wide. It hasn't come in yet, but Danielle at 11 Dancing Dandelions uses it. Being the big old copycat that I am. Well, that's great. I mean, this stuff seems really nice and heavy, just like, you know what I might do, Carrie, is both of my binding techniques are basically no-so for tomorrow. Maybe we'll use this. I'll leave this out. I could either go really well or it could go real bad. This is 3-ply linen, so I'm assuming this was it's wax thread. You know, I don't have any wax thread. I just use regular, what do you call that stuff? Baker's twine. Yeah, see, these were all in here. Some tags. This is all gonna, what are this in here? It looks like the whole, half their creative studio things. Stickers. Some needle nose twizzers. Twizzers. Yeah, I think we should try it. I got 2 things. I don't need any more twizzers. Book rings. Those will work. And these are 1 inch. That's fantastic. More stuff from that kit. These are cute. La Petite. They're from the paper studio. And then these papers. So, hey, you know what? I'll use this. I think I'm going to take it up to, I'll clean it and then take it to the camper and use it in the refrigerator. And a stippling brush. So, all of that's going to come to the sale. But then look, ladies. Hi, Sierra. What? What the what? Did you guys know that this existed? Here, let me put this all in here that's going to the... I think we should open it up. It is a bookbinding guide. And if this means that I don't then have to make a template every time that I make a journal, that I do the pamphlet stitch, then I am a very happy camper. Because I can tell you that the pamphlet stitch and binding that way is my least favorite way to do it. I've seen this thing, but never... Well, let's open it up. Okay, let's see here. Features, bookbinding guides and all, curved and straight needle, wax thread instructions, Japanese stitching templates. We can get fancy, lady. Japanese stitching templates and a storage pocket. Easily pierced through 8 sheets of paper. I got more than 8 sheets of paper. Bookboard and leather. Create books up to 9 inches tall. All right, so you haven't turned me off yet. I mean, I'm still thinking it might be beneficial, considering I paid however much, somewhere between $4 and $6 for the box. And all I really wanted was that book cloth tape. But this was like stuck in the middle. Hey, Susan, you have one of those? These, do you use it? I mean, and I say that in all seriousness because I have a lot of tools that I have and I don't use. Well, one of which is going to be coming up. I'm going to do a video on it. I have never used it, but I think it's going to be fun to try. I say. Okay, here we go. Oh. Everything you need. Well, this hasn't been opened, so everything must be inside here. Ooh. Here we go, girls. Yes, it's very helpful. Bye, Terry. Oh, there you go. There's the awl. And this cute. There's the awl, y'all. And then you've got the thread and the 2 needles. See, I use way bigger needles than this. Like, I mean, I know you can't probably see that. That's the size needle that they use, but sometimes I use these big Mama Jambas. I mean, they're big. Like, look how much bigger that is. Oops, I just knocked over my... Although this, just this in itself, this little pack right here would be nice to just put in my everyday, like my travel, the little bag that goes with me everywhere that has the very basics, glue, scissors, and not much else. By the way, I have learned when you don't have something, there are things that you should always travel with. A hole punch and a corner rounder and some kind of round circular thing to punch. For me, because I use it, I clearly use them every single day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't have those because I had left them in Clear Lake. So they're going to be in, I've got them in Clear Lake. I'm going to have them in the camper. And then I'm going to have them in my little baby travel thing. There's plenty of room left. So I have no idea how to use this thing, but I guess I'll read the direction. Oh, look at this. You guys, let's take bets. How many of you think I have enough patience to actually try this? A shamancy stuff. Well, there's a saddle stitch. I can do that. That I do know I can do. But then I'm going to show you this close up. Coptic stitch sewing. Oh, I think it kind of looks like that. But look at this. Then we get crazy. Oh no, you lost me. That's 2 baby pages full of just for that one technique. No, I'm out. Look at those. Like, look at all those fancy things. I mean, I know how to do like a corset stitch, and I can do a pamphlet stitch like 5 ways. I mean, does that count? But look at that. I mean, seriously, look at that. That is very intricate. I'm going to keep this together with this. Somehow, I got a rubber band, and I'm going to try this. So, winning. This should be interesting. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think I will use it. I mean, and maybe for me, I love these new no-sew techniques that I've been doing, and I love me a binder journal. And then I just did the video. I did it a while ago before I went on vacation, but I also converted all of these. I have a tutorial on it, but I converted all these composition notebooks into. I took them all apart because I like when they just lay flat, and mine was not laying flat, so I took it all apart and sewed it back together and used the no-sew technique on it, and I really like it. So now when I say no-sew, I did have to stitch the signatures back together. All right, what do you want to see next? How about we look at Carol's Happy Mail? I need to seriously, my craft room, and it was looking oh so pretty. I'm going to take this out of the box here. And then I came home, and I wasn't home 5 minutes, and I made a mess. I picked you up at Happy and an estate sale today. I'm curious. Okay, so Carol sent me some goodies, and oh, this is cute. Now here's some paper. Happy anniversary, partner. This I was just look at you use these. The Viewmasters, how cute. And I love your felt flower. And this is funny, Carol. She's got the horse with the little girl. This is what I used to do in my spare time. Pretend like I was an acrobat on a horse, and my horse was very patient with me. I love that you signed that. That's going to go proudly in my craft room. Let's see. Oh, this is a paper clip. That is so pretty. And I love me the colors. Oh, goodness. You see, she's like our historian here. Okay, so in 7/30/23, she said that's when we first started working on District together, and we planned our first sale during August, and it was 9/14/23. So she said it's time to celebrate. Aw. Yes, I will sing spontaneously with you anytime, and it has been a pleasure. So happy anniversary to you, my friend. I love that card too. Oh, these are cute. And my colors. I'm having a little bit of a dilemma, you guys. I have two weddings. Now, the one wedding, I won't do any kind of journal, but the other is my best friend's, one of her twins is getting married, and they call me Aunt Gigi. I've known them, obviously since they were born. And I really want to do like some kind of, I don't want it to be a wedding journal, but I want it to be something that they can just like jot little things down or stick their ticket stubs in that looks pretty. And blue hydrangeas is what her wedding invitations were. These are neat. And so I did order a couple of paper packs, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You ever get like that? Ooh, look at this. What is this? There's a lot of goodies in here. Ooh. I see something. I see McDonald's stuff. Ooh. Look at this. I love it. Strawberries, watermelons, oranges. Now, I don't have it. I have some different kind of napkins like this, but nothing like these. These are wonderful. From my citrus journals. Oh my gosh, look at these. Those are cool. And a little Missy Mouse. Oh, I love these paint. These are awesome. Oh, these are the ones that were at the sale. Apparently, I didn't pay attention to all of the other items that were in there. I like the peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. Oh, that's pretty. I love these cards that have the matching envelopes. I pick them up whenever I can. That's cute. Awesome, awesome. I think that was one of the things they are definitely my colors. I think that was one of the things that you did for oh my heavens, I'm not gonna look at that yet. I keep saying that, don't I? I'm gonna have to look at them all. That you did for the classroom fun. I haven't a thing to wear. This one I had to have. It reminds me of my daughter, and she's naked in there, so we won't. I'm totally reading this whole thing from front to back, but it looks so cool. I'm thinking it may not ever be cut up, but it would make an awesome journal. I'm reading this tonight. I'm from front to back. I promise. I think I might have sent my numbers. Oh, that's what that was. That is, I'm like, why did you, is there some, because with you, it could very well be there's significance. And I make 8 and 10, 8 and 10. Well, my birthday's the 11th. I don't know. Maybe August. And I'm like, I'll send those back to you, darling. I'm managing this as a painter's palette for a cover for an art journal, then recinch and bind. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, yes. Look at you adding new projects, but I do like the idea of making it inside out it, right? And then making it the painter's palette. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Now, maybe Carrie is going to address this. Well, I'm going to ask her tomorrow, but I have all of these really small, tiny, I don't know, that's what, half an inch rings, and I can't figure out how to use them in my cinch. And maybe they're not meant to, but there's got to be another way to cinch them. I think I could just manually do it, but what do I know? Carol says on this one, I'm not sure it's really Happy Meal if there are no bucking broncos or airplanes or mice. When I was doing that video, so she added airplanes and bucking broncos. when I was doing that video yesterday, I was talking about one of the things that's trending is like designs on sweaters. One of the ones I want is had a great big lobster on it for kind of that fisherman aesthetic. Well, um, Abercrombie and Fitch has a whole bunch of them, and they were on sale. And guess what? One of them was Bucking Bronco, and you know I bought it. And you know, well, it was on sale, but I mean, I haven't been shopping retail hardly ever, unless it's something like we have to have like for an event. I'm excited to get it. This is lovely. Oh my gosh, I love this. See, this, you could just, this little charm pack, I need nothing more. I could just play with this for days. This reproduction feed sack is one of my favorites. And when the kids were little, I had Mo made me several little quilts for the kids and for their like baby quilts and then for their actual beds later on. And I can't get enough of it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that one. And oh, the time you took to put all these together. It's crazy. You know, I will go buy one if it works. The mini cinch, I could not get it to work on the big one. Oh, we got some dental items and some airplane goodies. Delta. Oh, these are nice. Hawaiian. I wonder. Stages learn. And they must have been, I don't know. I was thinking maybe it was like for some kind of aviation school, but maybe not. Oh, look at that. Did you take this picture? Oh, no. There we go. It's 2008 Stages Learning Materials. So this would have been more like for children. You had fun putting those together? That seems like a lot of work. That is so cute. Look at the mouse and the mushy and the squirrel and the frog, the bunny rabbit. DDS. Oh, that's cool. Fussy cut and everything. Pasta dientes. Toothpaste. Toothbrush. These are cool. Thank you, girl. Okay, so. Oh, yes. Okay, first of all, they were too cute to look at. Well, yeah, no kidding. They're just scrumptious. Look at the count. These are the ones. So when I was in Clear Lake, I didn't have cards for the live sale. So I ran to the store and bought some. And then I didn't realize how stinking cute they were. And I was like, oh, I need those for my journal. Carol got them for me. And I did look at the dollar, because they were at Dollar General, I think is where I went. Yeah, because it was right in town. And when I went to the one here, they didn't have them. And then what's this one? Artsy fartsy, I bet. Yeah, those speech vocabulary. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever? I've never seen these before. We're busting them open. I clearly need to go to these stores more often. I do go to the Dollar General a little more often because there is one in Clear Lake, and Dollar Tree is all the way in Mason City, which is what, 8 miles away. But I'm usually there for like, I need something specific, for the house. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Purple and black make dark purple. These are fabulous. No, I have never seen these before. art class right in a pack. Turning around in a moment, putting those right in with my art journal stuff. Thank you, girl. These are fabulous. Love them. Okay, let's look at, she sent me some McDonald's. McDonald's. Oh, and another paintbrush. Old rusty, crusty paintbrush goes into my little collection. Ooh, there's something else in there that's McDonald's. Hang on. Oh, the Squishmallows. That's so sweet. Did your kids have Squishmallows? Love it. Okay. No, I do not mind. Yeah, the last time I went, so I left mine up in Clear Lake. But when I treated Demi and they were like, Mom's buying us McDonald's? What is wrong? They didn't give me the cute bag because we bought 2 of them and they put it in a regular one. Now, what if I wanted my kids to have them? Like, and they were 5. They needed, each one needed these cute little bags. Oh, yeah. And you know, Maddie, some of those Squishmallows are worth a lot of money, apparently. I don't know, but I'm sure my kids still have those. Look at that. Oh, I get very excited. Okay, so here's Grimace. And see, she knows. She even left the tissue in there. Oh, yeah, Demi got the nuggets, and she was like, Mom, this little box is cute. And I'm like, don't get it greasy. Cute. Oh, yay. See, it's got Friends of Grimace. Now, I don't know if they still are selling these, but you do not have to get this, what was it, cotton candy shake or whatever it was. You can get any shake, but you have to get a shake. Because I said, can I just get iced tea? And they're like, nope, you have to get the shake. I'm like, seriously. So I ended up getting a strawberry shake and putting it in the freezer. And then I got an iced tea to boot. So, you know, like, I think for the 2 meals that I bought, it was over 30. Oh, I think it was 30, more than $30, 35. I don't know. It was expensive. I was in sticker shock. And I'm like, this better be worth it. But Demi was happy that I splurged for McDonald's. McDonald's. They think the kids think I say it funny. See, and look how cute that is. And I think these themselves would make a cute journal. So the next time I'm in Clear Lake, I'm gonna take all of this with me, and I'm gonna make that my little project up there. Somebody asked me. No, Carol, no worries. See. Here's the chicken nuggies. Yeah, that's what Demi said. She was like, those are too cute. Somebody asked me, I don't know, when we were visiting, maybe on John, I don't know. I was on a live with somebody, asked me how I decide what I'm going to do when I'm on the road. And I basically just take like a tote, or not a tote. What do you call those? Those like 12 by 13 by 13 things that you put a project in. And then I just take that with me. And then I hope and pray that I'm going to find stuff when I'm thrifting, and then I can play with that kind of stuff. I don't know about. Oh, you know what? I know. She told me the trick. Open it from the bottom. I cannot get that song out of my head now. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh, this is the one I was so excited about. The Hamburglar, he just must be very, very popular. He gets around. There's a lot of him. I can't wait to see what's inside of this. Look at how cute she is. Thanks for traveling. Donnaland. Got breakfast with Birdie. So this is my niece's nickname. Her name is Taylor. And then my brother started calling her T-Bird, T for short. And then my dad started calling her Birdie. And so now she has all those nicknames. Wake up at the Birdie house. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Oh, thank you for taking one for the team, and tell Miss M that I appreciate her trying the icky shake and for giving me an honest photo of what she really thought of that. She sent this. Speaking of grimacing, it was she was not having that whatever it was, cotton candy shake. I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna call it a day because I should probably go spend some time helping my husband. We have no idea what we're doing with this pizza oven, BT Dubs. So, and I love these. She was selling these. I think they're so cute. I can't wait to use it. Somewhere back in the bowels of text information is all of the important data about how to use said pizza oven from Carol, because she has one and knows how to use it. And do you think that I can find it? No. I just have a couple more things, and one is wrapped in some really amazing paper. No way. Salt and pepper. And it's orange. Dave is going to be so excited about orange, and that we're going to put these at the camper for sure. Oh, another. These are really nice. I mean, I know they're glass, but they're really heavy. We have actually, we're not married. We're going to open it on our 10-year anniversary, but I had a vintage, it's kind of a turquoisey color bottle with a cork in it that I took when we got married in Tortola. And everybody put messages in it, and then we're going to open it up in 10 years, or at our 10-year anniversary. I'm sure if I scroll far enough, I will be able to find it. These are perfect. Now I've got salt and pepper songs floating through my head, Maddie. Okay. Oh, I just dropped paper on the floor. Hang on. Now, this, Carol said, you remember when I said I found two of something we both loved? This must be it. And I love that I did the same thing when we did that. Maddie said, yeah, it's bad. I'm sorry you had to endure that too, Maddie. But she just uses this beautiful wallpaper, and then she doesn't tape it because she knows I'm going to use it. Okay. Oh, that's a big piece of wallpaper. Look how pretty that is. Looks like a rock. Shut the front. I had this. You guys. Keep on at it. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut. You know what my son loves the best is peanut butter. Like, I make paninis, and he's like, can I have a peanut butter and jelly panini? Oh my gosh. So how many of you had a drowsy baby? You remember you could pull the string, and she had a really soft cloth tummy, or body. Oh my Lord. And you found two of these? So when I was little, and my mom still has them. I've told this story before. Oh my goodness. It was like right before I don't know when this happened, but right before my brother was born, or right after he was born, my grandma Rose, my Italian grandma, was just appalled by the look of my drowsy baby because I had been sick and mom rubbed Vicks on my tummy and on my feet. And so I thought that baby drowsy needed to also have some on her. So I rubbed it all over her cloth stomach. So it was like nasty. And then I cut her hair. And so she just had whatever, their hair just came right out of the top. So it was just like this little nubbin of hair. And she had a couple little pen marks on her. And so as a gift, my grandma, like a baby's coming home, firstborn spoiled child needs something, gives me this new drowsy doll. And I never played with it. I kept the one that I played with all the time. I still have both of them. But I loved that doll. Oh my goodness. These are fabulous. Oh my gosh. I might need a whole wardrobe of, those wardrobes that I made? These would be cute. Hi, Karen. It is great to see you. Oh, Carol, do you want to play paper dolls sometime? I love playing with paper dolls. Look at, there's the baby Raggedy Andy. Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, what a special gift. She's going to have to go on display somewhere. I love it. And it's all there. 1975. That was the year. No, that was the year my sister was born. Oh my gosh, that's special. Thank you. Thank you. Aren't they pretty? Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm glad that I did this. But I should probably go and hang out with the hubs and help him, help boss him around and make pizza. I have now annihilated my craft room and it's worse than it was before. But you know what? It's been real and it's been fun and I've loved hanging out with you. Please, if you haven't, make sure that you take a couple seconds and subscribe to everyone's channel that's here. Karen, it is so great that you're here. Sorry that I'm signing off relatively shortly. And then tomorrow is another live that is going to be super fun. And Carrie the Paper Monkey, Tracy, Nanner Banana, and myself are going to be, we're going to be learning you some techniques to do really tiny playing cards. So all you need to do is grab your playing cards. Carrie has postcards that she's going to be making a journal with as well. If you want to just practice some things, I would suggest grabbing just some like blank index cards. So you can try some of the techniques without feeling much pressure on, ruining what you've already created. It's a great way to do it, but whatever it is, it's going to be a fun time tomorrow. Also on the following Tuesday, we will be back for our first September sale. I can't believe it's September already. And this month's guest, I know that John will be joining us on the 16th, but Tuesday at 4 p.m. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. we will be live again. And I appreciate you guys. Carrie said, check out my post. I just posted some pictures of my project prep for tomorrow's live. Yes, go check her out. And then, yes, next weekend is Bible Journaling Reset again. That was really fun. We got a lot of lives going on. And Maddie, as they say goodbye, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. I'm dancing with you, sis. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, gosh, Tamara, run back and get it. That was a great price. Hugs, everybody.